So are you in a polycule with Risa and Liz yet? We are. Unironically, we are. There was this one time we had like a conversation when I think it was in day 2. Like I think Liz was like raising me up, and then Narissa was there and she had her hands crossed. She was like, "Don't be flirting at my wife like that." And then Liz was like, "Your wife? She's my wife." And then they started to fight over me, and it was a whole ordeal. And I was like, "Well, we're each other's wives because you guys are technically each other's wives also." Gay? It was pretty gay. It was the gayest trip I've ever been on. I can't believe I just said that. Your dreams came true. No, really. It was. So what do you think of the Takamori cosplayers kissing? I thought that was so based of them. Like, I didn't think that they'd actually do that, you know? I remember, what was it? Day 1? It panned to like a few cosplayers. I forgot. Was it also Takamori? Then Kara Senpai was like, "Oh my god, they should kiss." And they ended up kissing. That was crazy. They were actually dating. Yo, I've been stalking them on Twitter. I don't want to scare them off, so I didn't give them a follow, but I have been stalking them a little bit. Yeah, followed by the Shiori flexing. That was crazy. And the fact that I heard that they were also roommates with the Shiori. Crazy. Also stalked the Shiori cosplayer. Turns out that it wasn't a wig and that was their actual hair. Crazy. And they were roommates. Small world, huh? Very small world. One of the shenanigans that we did was that I really wanted people to sit on me. That was like my entire motivation for All For One. I wanted the EN girls to sit on me. Nobody wanted to sit on me though. Wait, I actually made notes. Hold on, let me get my phone. It's being charged. There were a lot of girls that rejected me. Narissa, she didn't want to sit on me at first because she was like, I'm not feeling like sitting right now, so maybe I'll just stand. I'm like, aw, shucks. Yeah, but there were a few members that were gracious enough to sit on me. Iris sat on me. She was like, is it okay? Like, I don't know, I might be a little bit heavy. And I'm like, I mean, go for it. The better. But I gotta tell you guys, I don't know if it's like her wings or something, but Iris is so light. So very light. Like, she would sit on me bridal style and I could just lift her, you know? Asuga Iris, she was so light. And her ass felt really nice. It was very soft. Checks out. Oh, one thing that you guys should know is that Crony is very accommodating. Like, listen, I've never hung out with Crony before. At most, me and Crony, we just talk in Discord. We don't really hang out in person. So once I did get to like meet her and like hang out with her, she was very, very accommodating. She was kind of like a mom to me. So when I told her to sit on my lap, she was like, "Oh yeah, sure. Yeah." And then I also lifted her too. She was very light. You live in the dream, man, yeah. And then Liz sat on me. Liz graciously gave me her ass. And I have to say, hers was the nicest one. Is it okay for me to say this on stream? I know that Liz is mostly family friendly, but I gotta say, her butt, her buttocks, her bosoms were amazing. Oh, I think it was during day 2 that we started to stack. Marissa saw it, and then she was like, "Oh, now I want to sit on you too." And I was like, "Then do it, sit on both of us." And she was like, "On top of you?" We were like, "Yeah, come at it." And so Narissa decided to sit on Liz, who was already sitting on me. And apparently Liz felt bad because she was so worried that I might get crushed beneath. Liz was not familiar with how strong she can get, so she was kind of holding back from actually sitting on me. She was squatting kind of. Lisa saw it, and then she was like, "Oh, that's so cute." And then we were like, "Yeah, join us. Come on, sit on us too." And so she sat on Narissa. And then we invited all the other people, but nobody actually were interested in sitting on top of us. But Gigi was there. She was like, "Oh, that's so cool. Let me at him." And then Gigi sat on Risu, who was sitting on Narissa, who was sitting on Liz, who was sitting on me. But Liz, she was trying her best. She really was. She was trying her best so that the pressure does not get translated to me. So she kept on holding on. How are you still alive? I mean, I'm already dead. Ollie, no, Liz, I wanted Ollie. Yeah, I was like, just sit on me. Just relax. This is what I came here for. Why are you freaking out? I'm not jealous, not at all. Speaking of jealousy, a lot of people got jealous. So I think it was day one. I remember this one very, very vividly. To go down, up and down the elevator. How do I... So the dressing room was kind of like... I really don't know how to explain this, but basically if we want to go to stage, we gotta go to like the first floor while our dressing room is like on the second floor, okay? Yeah. And so me and the girlies, every time we needed to go down to stage, we had to take the elevator. But because there's a lot of us, we just squeeze ourselves in, you know? Making it a 2-trip, it's going to take a while and the managers are going to have to wait. So what we usually do is we just can't, how do I... Okay, so what we do, so that we're efficient with time, and so that we don't cause too much trouble for the staff, is that me and the other girlies would just cosplay as sardines and squeeze ourselves into the elevator all at the same time. And during one time we went down the elevator, Liz was in front of me. She was wearing a mask. And I decided to playfully kiss her, you know? Kiss her lips through the mask, so we weren't actually kissing. Yeah. But Traura was apparently watching and she was like, No, don't do that in front of me. I get jealous. Kiss me too. And then Traura started kissing me a bunch. She started kissing my forehead, my cheeks. She kissed me everywhere. I received the most kisses from Laura, I feel. Out of all of the members, yeah? She kisses people often. I only interacted with a few people because obviously there were a lot of people. We were separated into different dressing rooms because if we put everybody in the same dressing room, it's going to be a little bit chaotic, no? I think for the first day, I was mostly with Kiara, Laura, and Liz. Yeah. And Kiara is constantly asking me about Uma Musume.